What up, everybody? We back at you again with another Straight from the Chair. And I'm excited to say we've been slipping, y'all. We ain't even recognized y'all for all of the subscriptions that we have, man. We're up to 300 plus. As you can see, our melting candles represent 100 subscribers. So we had 300 plus. And we just going to talk about how grateful we are to be here with you guys. It's Marcus, your boy, the barber with the bow tie.
And I'm Brice Davis of Brice Davis Media.
And we're here at Icons Barber Salon, 313 Beauty Supply, 125 North Allison Avenue, Xenia, Ohio. Let me blow these candles out. So, yeah, man, we had 300 plus. I think it's like 332 or something like that.
Yep.
That's a good feeling. I know I need to be more active in recruiting subscribers, but I've been out there. Shout out to the homies I met in the courthouse. Shout out to the homies I met up at the Honda plant. Shout out to the homies I met up in the Dayton Tap Social. You know, y'all making us feel official.
And shout out to everybody that's been leaving comments. I've been showing their friends. You know, I got a lot of people that tell me they send the podcast out to their peoples.
Right.
Especially all the commenters, the people that click like, just anything that contributes toward this podcast. We definitely want to give y'all a big shout out. And, you know, we definitely see each and every one of you, for real, for real.
I'm trying to be like Tresh from Naughty by Nature. I'm trying to shout out and not miss one friend. You hear me? But yeah, as we talk, I'm gonna be just shouting out people that just came to mind. You know, shout out to Miss Fonda, who always comments.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Laura, she be always commenting in my DM and not on the site on the show. So we got to keep reminding y'all to comment. Don't hit us in the DM. Comment on the show. You know what I mean? And share it and like it.
Helps us grow. So we can help you grow.
Right.
One hand wash the other.
So where you at with this, man? How you feeling about this situation? You know,
man, I think we're 32 in, if I'm not mistaken.
32 episodes?
Yeah, 32 episodes. We've been around for about a year now, so, you know, we just got to stay consistent. And I'm optimistic, man. I feel like this got a whole lot of potential. And, you know, wouldn't be surprised if we ain't on the big screen at some point.
You know.
But, you know, we're just starting off, so give us some time.
Hey, I'm hoping that everyone gets something from our experiences and the conversations we have, the conversations we bring to you from the shop, you know what I mean, from the streets, because that's all the barbershop is. It's just a hub of conversation from the streets, whether you from the streets or you're in corporate America, you're coming in off the streets into the shop. You're all like-minded, great thoughts coming together to laugh, cry, and figure shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, you know, the barbershop's the only place where you might have somebody that's a doctor, and you might have the local crackhead.
Right.
And they can be in the same place together.
Listen, they say the barber, he cuts the criminal and the lawyer, the cop, and the corpse. You hear me? Like, you know, I've experienced having to groom a corpse. You know what I mean? So from every end of the spectrum, man, the barber sees it all. You know what I mean? And the shop experiences it all. So, yeah, we're looking forward for some of y'all to share some of y'all experiences, you know. So if you got life lessons you want to teach or share, holla at us. You know, we want to bring you on the show because the show is about the shop. You know what I mean? About what we experience in life and what we bring and talk about in the barbershop. So you are more than welcome to join us on Straight from the Chair. What can you say has been your biggest or newest experience since you've been podcasting? Has anything extra or special, or has it caused you to do something different since you've been casting?
I think one thing that I've been doing more lately is taking mental note of what goes on in my daily life, because I know at some point I'm gonna have to speak about it later. Since I already have a background with YouTube, I'm kind of already used to talking, but now I get to talk about current events, what's going on right now, rather than what's happened with somebody else's life, and commenting whether it's hip hop related or relationship related, whatever the case may be. Usually that's just music on my channel, but with the podcast, you get a broader spectrum, and that's something I always wanted to do anyway. So gives me an opportunity to exercise that.
Oh, shout out to your dad. I don't know his name, but
Pops.
Yeah, Pops. I'm sure I'm gonna meet you sooner or later, bro. Sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to you because we've gotten good feedback from you, and shout out to Brian. You know what I mean?
Ryan, you just combined our name.
Huh?
Combine our
Ryan.
names.
Yeah, I always do call him Brian. Cause see, my mama, her name is Mercedes. And she M, so she named all of us M's. Marcus, Michael, Matthew, and Michelle. You hear me?
This whole time I thought her name was Mercedes.
Huh?
I thought her name was Mercedes this whole time.
No,
I get mail.
Well, it's pronounced Mercedes. You know what I mean? She doesn't like to be called. She doesn't like it pronounced like the car. You know what I mean? And in Spanish, it's Mercedes. You know what I mean? But she don't like Mercedes. She like Mercedes. That's how her mother pronounced it. I got a homegirl. Her name is, it looks like it's Deanna, but it's Deanna. And if you don't pronounce it with the I, she gets offended. Shout out to Deanna.
Why do we do this?
Huh?
Why do we do this?
Do what?
Like, we spell names out the way
Listen,
we do it all the time.
I think English is the most effed up language because we don't pronounce the vowels accordingly.
Right.
Like Latin languages and all foreign languages for real pronounce the vowels accordingly. And we don't. We harden them. A, E, I, O, U. You know what I mean? It's really I, E, I, O, U, if I'm not mistaken. I had to think about it. But it's a softer sound in other languages than with us. That's why we sound so effed up when we speak the king's language. Is that what they call it?
The king's language?
Or the queen's language? I don't know.
We make fun of people in, England when they're the ones that speak proper.
Hey, I'm working on learning that I want to learn that.
You want to code switch?
No.
Oh, okay.
Code switch?
Yeah, you want to sound like...
Is that code switching, imitating the Englishman?
Absolutely.
Is it?
Is that your ancestors?
No, but I'm doing impersonations. I want to be able to impersonate the English accent. I don't want to become English, my nigga.
Hey, I just thought about, you probably never heard a Mexican with an English accent.
I've heard an Asian with an Asian. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've heard an Asian. I've heard an Indian with an Australian accent. And you think Habib will sound like what we know them to sound like, but he got a whole Australian shrimp on the Barbie.
Well, I'm from Zing. Indians and Australians, they different.
He's the most uncultured, educated dude I know.
What's the difference?
This dude is racially offensive. If you're racially ambiguous, do not step in front of this dude because you're Mexican.
Yeah, black and white equals Mexican to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he say. But dude, what's your love life been like? I think,
struggle.
I told you I was gonna hit you with some off the wall questions.
Struggle.
Just for the sake of the anniversary episode. I guess we can call this an anniversary. I don't know. We're just acknowledging these numbers we getting. But yeah, we're gonna have a lighthearted conversation for a couple of minutes. That's why I hit you with the whole
complete struggle.
Yeah, it's struggle?
Struggle.
What does that mean?
Struggle. I ain't coming across none.
Are you looking?
I was about to say,
really looking?
I'm not the best at putting myself out there, but you got different avenues, right? And sometimes you got to analyze where you're looking for love as well.
Right.
That's a big thing. We got a couple routes now. Like the modern way is dating apps.
Right.
And dating apps can get exhausting when you're just swiping. Me, I don't even read what they put because in my head, I'll filter that out later because that's too time consuming to read your bio. And 9 times out of 10, the bio's gonna say something goofy like, I'll always put my kid first. Something that you're supposed to do that we already know.
Right,
so, that rubs me off a certain way already. And so, you know, I get exhausted from that. Then you got the bar scene, which we know, terrible. But I gotta have it, man. I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the bar scene is cool for a drink, but you trying to meet somebody there?
Well, you know the mentality.
I mean, what kind of somebody are you actually trying to meet at the bar? Because I'm sorry, ladies, if you kick it at the bar, unfortunately, I don't think you're the type that's gonna not want to kick it at the bar.
A fun time.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, it's just a fun time.
Yeah.
So.
Do you ladies agree that most ladies who frequent the bar are just good for a fun time?
Oh, well.
I don't have a knife and I want some cheesecake, so.
Oh, yeah, he's serious. Nah, what's funny about that is the same ones that go to the bar, that's the one be the ones that say that, nah, ain't nothing wrong with it. And it's like, that's because you frequently go to the bar yourself. But you don't identify as a person that goes to the bar because you feel like, oh, I don't go every single Saturday.
Right.
And it's like, well, if you go more than twice a month, that's frequent because it's only 4 weekends typically in a month. So
true.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with having fun if that's how you have fun. But it's hard to say that there's wholesomeness to someone who frequents a bar. Is that a legitimate statement? Are we looking for wholesomeness? What are you looking for in a woman? I'm not talking about when you go to the bar and seek out what you find there. I'm talking about what are you looking for in a woman? Being a single dad who has his daughter, what are you looking for in a woman that you want to cuff? Like, seriously, have you given any thought?
Well, yeah. It's actually interesting to me because I've always been one of them dudes to be like,
ass cheesecake.
Yeah, now I want to quote unquote single mom. Then once you turn 30, you see everybody pretty much has a kid at this point. But having a kid full time, if I run across the woman that doesn't have a kid, I gotta reconsider that because they don't have no point of reference what it's like to constantly be a caregiver.
Right.
And so I'd actually say now, like, I mean, I got my limit. Like, she can only have one kid since I got one kid because that's 2 kids. That's a lot of footsteps to me.
Right.
Especially if I only grew up with, one sibling. So as far as like what I'm looking for though, it's really simple. It's not as hard as people make it out to be. Just be a good person, yo. Like, not being in survival mode. Like,
what does that
you understand love is reciprocal. Like, you understand that the household together, we're a team.
Right.
Not individuals, not competing with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just being self-aware. Or what'd you say for you, though? If you had to dial it down.
Well, honestly, I wanted to comment, or I don't know if just be a good person is enough.
It's pretty vague to say that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty vague.
Right. Because you could be a good person and be thotty. You know what I mean? Have bodies. I mean, I don't know. After a certain age, you can't expect a woman to not have lived her fucking life. Like, you can't expect her to not have dealt with niggas. You know what I mean? Because women are all looking for love. You know?
Yeah. I was about to say, like, a lot of podcasters will tell you, like, oh, yeah, she got, like, 5 to 10 bodies. She's no good. But it's like, yo, realistically, I keep referencing past 30, you're going to have, like, 20. Like, it is what it is. And it sounds crazy, though.
No, I just had to tone down what I got. If you fucking with anybody, any female who has graduated from college, please know she got bodies.
Yeah.
On average. And that might be inflammatory and it might cause some convo. Let's get it started. But when you get away from home and you get out on your own, you can't help but to experiment, male or female. You can't help but to respond to the attention you get, you know what I mean, without any adults around. Like, you know what I mean? It's one thing growing up in your parents' household, but it's another thing to go away to school or go away to the military. You know what I mean? And you're on your own. The military, I would imagine, girls are a little...
Hey, man, you ever had a friend that kept in touch with their high school crush during college?
Yeah.
It's over.
Listen,
You gotta let that one go, B. She getting destroyed,
bro. Listen. Yeah. I remember. Speaking of which, my homegirl Deanna, that was my college, that was my high school 12th grade girlfriend, my prime date. You know. And she asked me, bro. She asked me. She was like, "Should I wait?" Even though she was cheating on me anyway. I know you were cheating on me, D. I know you were cheating on me. We ain't gonna talk about that though. Nah. She asked me though. She was like, "Should I wait for you?" And it's funny because it was like a movie. Because I was back when there was Penn and Hughes Hall, Central State. This was fall of '94. Back when we only had telephone booths. We didn't have cell phones, and we didn't even have phones in the room at the time. That came a year or two later, to have your own phone in your dorm room. But I'm standing at the phone booth, middle of the evening. It's on my floor. It's the football team and the band members, because the dorms, that dorm was the football team and the band dorm. I'm on the phone, and she's asking me this question as I'm watching some girl run from one room, like in what looks like a bikini, to another room, and another girl runs from one room to it seemed cinematic the way it was happening, and I just had to keep it real. Like, nah, don't wait for me. Just ass and titties running back and forth, and I was in the midst of it. You come to college, you're going to experience life. So if you're dealing with a chick who went to college, you got to know she got a couple of bodies on her. She got a couple of bodies. But after a certain age, that shouldn't be a deciding factor, though. You know what I mean? Especially if she's not thoughty in nature. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing about being promiscuous. Like, for me, that's an automatic not take serious if you go on their profile and all you see is ass and titties. And, like, to me...
Well, if that's what you're advertising, I don't want... because... Yeah, if that's what you're advertising.
That's just me personally. I'm not judging dudes that...
No, respect. No. Respect. If that's not... Yeah, I don't want to have to find you like that. You know what I mean? Because in the days, times, it's automatic we're going to see some ass and titties. So do something different. You know what I mean? Make me be like, damn, she ain't even showing... Make me be like, damn, that's some nice cleavage. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you got to be aware of what that virtue signals, too. Because it signals to us that, like, that's what you had to offer and give. But I understand women might not interpret it that way because, they got their own signaling what they think.
Right. Yeah. Right. And we're in a revolution, and women's sexuality is a lot more masculine in the sense that, not that they're trying to be men, that they're just more bold and out there with it. Like, we could walk around damn near with just drawers on and it not be a problem. If women, they got a little more to cover, but they're showing it, and not just slim thickness. We got thickness, we got full figure, we got women of all shapes and sizes showing that ass.
Lizzo came out.
She's overrated. I mean, she's overrated. I don't know why people pay so much attention to Lizzo. No disrespect, but
this whole was it the fat shaming and big girls' confidence and things of that.
Well, she did. Well, I guess she was. I thought Missy, in the beginning, was the first to make fat girls feel comfortable with themselves. I thought Missy Elliott was that person.
I thought you were about to say something else. Like, yeah, the crush on Missy back in the day.
I love all women. Dog.
Queen Latifah. She was decent for a big joint.
Queen Latifah really wasn't big. She was just tall.
You don't think so?
Hell no. Nah.
Not big, like round, but she was big bone. Like,
well, she's an Amazonian type of woman.
Yeah. If you want to call it that. Yeah.
We like that. No, I'm just playing. Coming from a guy who, at a certain age, couldn't see a woman sexually because of her age.
Oh my goodness.
There was never a time when I could be 10 and look at Miss Parker and be like, even though I didn't know what I was feeling it though. You feel me?
That's because I was in the 50-year-olds. Hey,
I got mommy issues. Is that what you said?
Hey, call what you want.
Hey, what's your approach though? Do you have because dating online, and I guess this is what we're talking about right now, because everybody has some type of love life, whether it's 0 and climbing or 10 and decreasing. Like, You know, so this is what we're going through right now. Everybody looking for love. You know, everybody trying to do things right. Shout out to those who got love in all the right places. Those who got it figured out, because you know.
What happened to matchmaking where you got somebody that be like, oh yeah, my friend would be good for you?
I just don't. I got a lot of homegirls that I would like to hook up. I just don't have enough homeboys that I trust.
Oh, never mind. Okay,
you know what I mean? Nah. It would be a good situation, but I don't think my nigga really serious. So I ain't gonna, you know what I mean?
Like, oh yeah, I'm the perfect one when it comes to mixed matching people. I know this ain't gonna work out, but it'd be entertaining.
And then a couple of them is chicks that I probably mess with. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man, don't do that to me. I'm good.
But we still friends though.
Nah,
just because it didn't work out,
I'm good.
Don't mean I can't find somebody for you.
Yeah,
to help you. You wouldn't focus if
no
one of the homies.
Nah.
If she was decent.
Nah.
What if he just wasn't right?
Hey, bro. So as soon as we leave her, Marcus be like, man, the way I used to have her on. Nah, we ain't doing none of that.
No. I'm not saying it. So
nah.
All right.
Yeah.
I would try one of the homies' exes if he was sincere about the fact that we would be good together.
So
would you try? I mean, somebody out there tell us, would you try one of the homies, females? Would you put your homegirl on with one of your exes if you knew they would work out better than y'all did? You don't think
women? Hold on. So, like, if it's somebody close to you, you would date their ex? Because you did say this before on the previous, but, you know, I'm giving you a little extra square.
Look, so...
Because I'm going to be saying it. I ain't going to hold you in my head. I'm like...
Yes. I would date.
Okay.
Years later, I would date a homie's ex if I felt like it was just going to be more than just some fucking shit. Like, yeah, if I knew I was going to want to cuff her and marry her type shit, I would.
I started thinking stupid shit like, one man's trash, another man's treasure.
Definitely.
It's like, yo, this trash was my queen. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah. Especially if you fucked it up. Like, if you
that's yeah.
You know, if you fucked it up.
But then I'm going to feel some type of way. Like,
being your ex.
Yeah, it worked out. Like, she was a good one that I just
we got investments and everything.
Man, yeah.
You fucked it up. You know, I always talk about the multiple wife thing, but it's difficult enough just being with one chick, especially if y'all not. Honestly, do you think it's hard to relate to a woman? Like, considering whatever experience you've had. Because a lot of times, most men bounce because they haven't found, quote unquote, the one, but will deal with anyone until they find the one. You know what I mean? So even in the ones that you've dealt with, because I could look at my past and say I still have some stand-up individuals. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't out here just fucking with no thotties.
I'll say on both sides, we all have placeholders.
Right.
That's not a good thing, but it is what it is.
Right. That's a good way to put it. You know,
like was it Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys? And Alicia Keys came through. Swiss was like, "Hey, yo, I ain't gonna hold you."
So listen, y'all. Is it bad to look for something better?
That sounds terrible.
Is it bad to look for something better? Like, is it? I mean, that's rhetorical. That's literal.
I think that goes into what we talked about last week with filling of the cup. Like, maybe your cup ain't filled all the way if you're looking for, you know what I'm saying?
So do you think you should be alone until you find that one? Like, honestly, do you think you should be alone, go without any affection until you find that one?
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say what everybody should do, but me.
I'm talking about you.
Yeah. I'd rather entertain somebody
in the meantime.
Yeah.
So you know you're going into a situation that's going to be permanently temporary.
Yep. Now, is that mature? Like, my morality.
Do they know that?
Well, you got to express that to some extent. For instance, we talked about promiscuity. It's like, yo, if you do these behaviors, I'm not gonna take you serious. Now,
but you're trying to get it though. While you're trying to fuck, you're holding her to these standards.
Oh no, this is after you crack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after you crack, then it's like, all right, if you want me to take you serious, these are my boundaries, my rules. The minute you sway from it, I'm not going to negotiate with you what I'm willing to put up with.
Respect.
And I got to be willing to walk away the minute it's violated. Because if you don't, then you weak. And I don't mean to say you weak, but like.
Yeah, it is though.
Yeah,
it is. I've been weak in a lot of situations.
Yeah, everybody's been weak at some point. Yeah,
So that's where them core values come in at.
Yeah.
You got to stand on business.
Right. Right. And it'll be painful. It might hurt you. You definitely going to get hurt. But like, if she violates, you got to be willing to walk away.
In that respect, I hear a lot of people, talking about peace. I need my peace. I don't know anywhere scripturally speaking, and I'm not a Bible scholar, but I mean, outside of guys like the prophets, you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't have anyone. So I'm making this statement I've never articulated this thought, so it's just coming off of what he said. But a lot of people would rather be alone and so-called have their peace than, of course, be with somebody that's disturbing the peace. But I think I get peace from someone. I mean, I have my own peace, I guess, but me personally, I get peace from being with somebody that's peaceful. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I hear women, there's a comedian that said women don't know nothing about peace. And it's funny how he articulates that. But yeah, I like, even in her, I'm cool because she's there. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I might be a little dysfunctional myself.
Well, yeah, women, I think they're led by their emotions over logic a lot of times. So when you say peace, I think unless it's tied to their emotion, then yeah, she don't mind it disrupted.
At all. Right now. That's what the comedian said, She doesn't know anything about peace because she's all up, mostly uproar.
And that goes into, I would want to talk about the survival mode thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like finding love while in survival mode and get you survival results. Where you just self-sabotaging every situation you're in because you're still in survival, scanning for threats. Threats might not even be there. That's insecurities.
Or you could be in survival mode and neglecting your relationship situation. You know what I mean? Because I think I've been there. You know what I mean? I think I've been there. I actually had a chick tell me, and she was a decent chick too. But she was like, "You need to get out of survival mode." She was an intellect. You know what I mean? She's like, "You need to get out of survival mode." And honestly, I never thought I was in it until she said that. You know what I mean? Like, and then I had to define what was survival mode. Like, I didn't know what the fuck that was. And then I was like, well, kind of, maybe, not all the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wasn't all the way, but considering how she's living, homemaker, that kind of thing, yeah, I was in survival mode.
Well, that's emotional intelligence, is having the awareness to know where you lack at. Because most of us will say we don't lack there. Because nobody wants to think of themselves as less than.
Right. Yeah, I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to be my best self.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so at first I was like, what the fuck is wrong with survival mode? I'm surviving. But I realized after defining survival that it wasn't thriving. So that let me know that survival mode was negative. And then when you define thriving, it makes you set goals for yourself, because self-sufficiency is a must. And to thrive means you're flourishing. You know what I mean?
One thing we got to understand too is that you got survival, then you got quote unquote love. And I think obviously a lot of us ain't grow up in a household where there was a lot of love. And if we did, sometimes we're not always aware of it. I meant to say if we didn't, we're not always aware of it. Because I think everybody thinks their childhood was decent, but we don't really know. We don't got nobody to compare it to.
Oh, I know my childhood wasn't decent. I know that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to love, listen, bro, we can go on and on, we can go on and on. I don't know that most of us really know what love is because we don't really know who God is. You know what I mean? Like, They say God is love. And most people, you have to be somewhat religious. Now, I'm not saying you have to be in a religion, but you have to be somewhat religious about your efforts to know the Most High. And those people, I think, know what love is to a certain extent, because they're kind of activated the spirit of the Most High, or whatever their ultimate understanding is within themselves. Because I could be cool one moment and flip the next. You know what I mean? Without even thinking about it. That's how I know I got some work to do.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I know people who calm all the time in the name of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, in the name of the Most High God, in the name of Allah, whoever they come. You know, I know some people that's just on dean, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they move in that whole space, and no matter what, they don't get thrown off. You know what I mean? So I think that's love. You know what I mean? I think that's a powerful. I think love is control to a certain extent. You know what I mean? A lot of us don't have that control.
Yeah, like you said, just being on your square at all times.
Right.
Because I definitely got work myself. I know I tend to ruminate when I experience what I could perceive as traumatic,
Right.
and then it loops in my mind. Now I gotta catch myself and realize the loop's not helping,
Right.
and make a change about it. I don't know how to fully define. I think everybody has a different definition of love.
It's based on your experiences.
It's kind of like the way I see marriages,
or lack
right?
thereof.
Like, look how many people, you got like a lot of people that get married and vows don't hold the same weight for everybody. Like, they don't. Like, the minute somebody, let's say, gets sick, and it's like, oh, he done got hit by a truck.
Right.
Like, you think I'm about to take care of him the rest of them? This ain't what I signed up for.
Right.
It's like, nah, was it through sickness and health?
And health.
Yeah, so, I don't think that we all have the same values in that regard, so.
I don't know if loyalty is the same in a sense. Traditional loyalty, like, I think love has to have some level of loyalty in it as well.